Hello, Jesse with Eurobooks back from another review, and I apologize that I haven't done a review in a while, and sorry if I sound a little bit weird, I just woke up. And so this is my first castle review. It is set number 70401. It has 199 pieces, 3 minifigures, and retails for $20 in the US. It's called the Gold Getaway, and this did start showing up in stores last week. Sorry if I got it so late. But it basically it started showing up in Toys R Us and nowhere else, so that was really surprising because Toys R Us hasn't really been getting this stuff early first. It was usually like Toys R Us online, but this stuff wasn't online, so that was quite a surprise, and I'm quite happy to find it there. And I did get it buy one get one, so I didn't pay full price for it per se, so I'm a little bit happy about that. And now let's take a look at the packaging. So here's the box for this set, and I really do like the border they have here with the top part and then the bottom part. There's a nice little edged border, and then there's this awesome graphic which shows all those gold pieces, and I'm not sure that all the pieces in this team are that chrome gold, and they're usually pearl gold. That's still pretty impressive. And the size is the same size as like the Marvel $20 sets or the City Great Vehicle sets. And here is the back, and it basically just shows the play features, and not really much going on there. Because there aren't really a lot of play features in this set, which is a little bit surprising. There is this cool storybook part right here, and then here's the side and then the top. So I really do like the box of the set, I gotta admit. There's also this one instruction booklet, which is actually a little bit thick for a $20 set, and it does show this cool graphic on the back for castle.com, and this nice graphic for the whole theme. And here is the first Lion Knight of the set. I call them Lion Knights because they have a little lion symbol on their shields and stuff. And he has a really, really overused face, which is extremely disappointing, which is that, like, grinning face. I don't really know. I think it started at City, and it's a kind of an old face, and I haven't seen it for a while until this thing came out, so that's really disappointing. Some nice torso printing there, but you could get it in the cheapest set. And he does come with this helmet, which came in the Castle 2007 sets in the silver color, and it's kind of an old piece, and you kind of see some back printing right there, and that's really it for the figure. Okay, so here is the second Lion Knight of the set, and he does come with this nice shield, and that's pretty cool right there, and this new sword piece, which it's kind of a variation on the older one, as this like kind of a different mold, and you do get 2 in the set. I think one's an extra. I just put that on the side of this part right here. And he is actually not really that good of a figure. His torso printing is cool, but it's not exclusive to the set. You can get it in the smallest set. And here's his back printing. Then if you take off his helmet, which this isn't really a new piece, it's kind of old, but I do have a lot of them from the 2007 Castle theme in this color. And his face is that really overused cheekbone face, and I know it was used a lot in City. And I'm kind of disappointed that they picked this face out of all the faces they could use. And I'm just, I mean, I have so much of this face, just like I have so much of this helmet. So yeah, and of course it has no back printing on this face, and none of the faces in here are double-sided, which is really disappointing. So here is the first Dragon Knight of the set. I call them Dragon Knights because they have that little dragon symbol. I'm not sure if that really is a dragon, but it looks kind of like a dragon. And they do have that Dragon Mountain set. And, he is really probably the best figure out of the set. That's not really saying a lot. And his axe right there is pretty cool, but the axe is kind of common nowadays with that Minotaur piece and stuff like that. But it's kind of cool to get it in this kind of, I guess, pearl silver, but that's not really pearl silver. So there's that. Then he comes with this whip, and it is kind of a older piece that was used a lot back in the day, but I got it recently in the Winter Village set. So that is cool. And his face is pretty cool, and this is the cheapest way you can get it if it is exclusive to this Castle line, which I'm pretty sure of. And so that's nice right there. I know he does come in the $30 set, and I'm not sure if he comes in the Castle set with that face. So that's pretty cool. And here is his back printing. And so here are all the parts of the set. There's that little tower, that catapult, and the carriage. And here's a little tower right here. It's not really a tower, but it's just a little structure for the knights. And it was nice that they threw this in. And you kind of see some detail with the leaves right there. And I put the sword here, but it's not really required here because there was an extra sword. And there's just really this little holding part. So that's kind of weird that they had a holding part with nothing there. So I think the sword fit. There's a little bit space to put a minifigure there. And you kind of put the knight, I guess, standing right there. And there is a frog piece, which I like the frog pieces because they're kind of cool. And I haven't seen one in the green color in a while, so that's nice right there. Of course, it's kind of a common piece now, so you just stick it on right there. And I remember back in 2007, I always tried getting a frog piece, but the only set it came in that was like a new set was that really hard to find Castle Ghost Ship set. So there is that, and there's just some nice detail right here, but it's really just a throw into the set. And there is this catapult, and the catapult reminds me a lot of the Urukai catapult. Kind of see there's holders for these little missiles here, and there's a side so you can kind of roll it around. And on the front there's a flick and fire missile feature, which you just flick that and then it flies away, but of course it doesn't work. And here's the carriage itself, and the horse does come with this horse helmet, which is new to this theme because it's remodeled after the new horse piece, which appeared in Lord of the Rings last year. And so that's really cool. There's some nice rigid detail right there in the molding, so that's cool. And then the horse itself is the same one from the carriage set, if I'm correct, from the Lone Ranger. And you kind of take this part off, and that's really like the basis of this little carriage part. And of course they give you that little piece that you put in there to make it look like a real horse. And then there's this little, I guess, holding part, and this kind of wobbles around because it attaches to the horse. You take it off, and there you go, the little part separate. And then there is this front part right here, which actually fit a minifigure there. So you kind of fit him and put his whip there, and then he'll be whipping the horse. So that's pretty cool, and there's not really much of a seat there. And then here is this side right here, and the whole play feature of this is that you press this little part in the back, and the part flows there so the guy can get out of the prison. So you can really just fit a minifigure in there, so I'd say this guy. And there is that, and then you put it back in by pushing this in like that. And for some reason it is stuck, because I think the minifigure is blocking the whole part, so I apologize for that. And here is the back part, and there's this little, I guess, treasure chest, and it comes with some gold jewels and stuff like that. You kind of see the gem pieces right there. And there's about, I'm pretty sure there's 6 of the gold pieces right here. And then these 3 gems, and they picked kind of like the common gems. I wish they picked like maybe purple and orange and stuff like that. But we basically got a yellow one, a red one, and a green one. And it does come with an extra one of these, so I just put it in there to make it 7. So that is cool for the little part right there. And there's a holding part right here for that, with those 2 studs. And then here is the other side, and there's no opening here. There's some detail with that. And then here is the back again. So yeah, that's really it for the set, for the outside. And then inside they have the little carrier part, and this guy's kind of stuck in there. But there's not much really going on in there. As you can see right there, there's a little window here, but there's just really a spot to maybe fit 1 or 2 minifigures standing. And so there is that. And I forgot to touch on this, but this piece is exclusive to the castle theme, this little lock piece, so that's pretty cool right there. And that's really it for the set, and now on to the final verdict. Overall, I actually am a little bit disappointed about the set. I mean, I really do like the carriage itself, but the minifigures are really disappointing because they're not like exclusive to the set, and a lot of the faces on there are just overused faces. There's only one really new face, and the new face, like I said, this is the cheapest way to get him. And the carriage itself is pretty good, but the catapult for the knights is eh. It reminds me a little bit too much of the Urukai catapult, which is way better. But I do like the little knight structure they put, which is this little tower right here. So I do rate this set, I guess, a 7.5 out of 10. And it does have a good price per piece ratio, so I will give it that. And that's it really for the this review, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.